Hello, everyone. My name is Linda. I am CEO of the project called BOUBA. That's our own music venue. To start off building that concept of the music venue, we had to create strategy, vision, and mission. As our pinpoint of the strategies, we decided to concentrate on employee satisfaction, which furthermore became our biggest learning outcome. As the vision, we decided to concentrate on education over limitation as a, let's say, Gen Z point of view on education and drug usage. You basically give information and then the person decides themselves if they want to take a risk or no. And the biggest mission for us was to become a safe place, a safe nightlife experience for the younger generation. In order to attract our target audience, we proceeded with persona method. That would be a Isabel, a 23 years old student that graduated with bachelor's degree and now obtaining the master's in marketing. And her biggest goal is to get masters to find a suitable career path and to be independent financially, of course. And her biggest frustration is the lack of free time and fun activities, or just lack of fun activities itself. And she, as a normal, let's say, young adult, uses social media such as Instagram and TikTok, and also study apps such as Teams, Google Scholar, Outlook, etc. So after understanding our target audience, we came up with an image that will attract the customers. As you can see, it's all dooley, it's grungy, it's all about still about safety, responsibility, and acceptance. That would be the main values that we will postpone to our customers and our working staff. And as you can see, this entire slide screams youth and fun. So that's what we try to provide our customers with. For our future decisions, we decided to proceed with macro trends analysis, and one of the main macro trends that has been popping and growing is a sustainability. It's how the customers are looking for businesses, how much they value transparency and sustainable choices of the company. So over 70% of each generation agrees that sustainability has to be one of the main focuses of the company, and they immediately trust the company more. Therefore, we decided to include recyclable cups. So it adds to the studies shown that customers are ready to pay for sustainable choices. And as well as that, all the glass and plastic bottles that we can recycle, we will. We will have a specific places and buckets to store used bottles and then bring them to the recycling point. As well as that, we are trying to prevent the drug usage inside of our venue. Therefore, we are ready to hire security and also set the cameras all around the venue in order to prevent drug overdose or any other issues that will be a burden on our shoulders and will require more responsibility. And for the addition, as we aim for education over limitation, we are aiming to put informational stations about the drug influence on human body, and as well as that, if you see someone struggling, how to proceed with first aid and how to help out if it's needed. Yeah, and last but not least from my side, that would be try to attract our target audience. That is our colors, there is our vibes that we're going for, there's atmosphere that we possess, and hopefully that will bring a lot more of the new customers into a BOUBA. So I'm giving speech to our COO, our Alexia. Hello.
Hello. So, as a CCO, I take commercial and marketing decisions such as programming, pricing, the marketing budget, and also the position in the market. Based on the target group analysis and also the message trend that influence us the most, which is demand, we choose the main two genre the main three genres, sorry, of our venue, which are pop rock and indie in a percentage of 40% and 20% community, which we're trying to combine with pop rock and indie. The amount of visitors is in the same percentage as our genre, around 1,200 for both pop rock and indie, and around 500 people for community. And because our objective is to be the market leader, we took the approach of organizing more international events and increasing our marketing budget in order to attract more people. Um, so as you can see in this graph, we have half of our events are international, 30% are regional, and 20% are local. Uh, when it comes to pricing, we for international events, the prices are 30 euros per event, and for regional and local, it depends on the genre, and we also have some discounts for this. When it comes to the position in the market, we are a diverse venue because we have three different genre, and we also have a lower price. So in the positioning matrix, we are in the fourth quadrant. I also did a competitor analysis between BOUBA and Mes Breda, which is our main competitor. As the product, our product is pop rock, indie, and also community events uh, for youth people. And for Mes, they have pop rock, rock, and dance music events. So the product is different. The personnel is the same. Our staff and also their staff, they have T-shirt with the logo on it, so people know that they are working in the venue. The prices are also different. As I said, our prices are between 10 and 30 euros depending on the type of event. And for men's, they have prices between 20 and 70 euro depending also on the event. When it comes to promotion, we are promoting our venue via social media, website, paid ads, and also poster because this is the way that we can attract and get into contact with our target group, which is young people, because they are yeah, always on social media. So this is the proper way to promote. Mace is also using social media, poster, and paid ads. And for the place, we have obviously our website, our social media, and the venue where all the events take place. And it's the same format as well, the website, social media, and the venue. So the biggest difference is in price. We have lower prices, and also in the product because we have a slightly different product. And now I will get the lead to Ganya, our COO.
Thank you, Alexia. So, as a COO, which means I'm a Chief Operations Officer, I am in charge of the personnel and the consumables and of all the operations going on with the other chiefs in general. And for this presentation, I decided to focus on the staff satisfaction we did for this management game, which was a really big outcome during this management game. Because as you can see on the graph, for the first quarters, we started off as negative for the staff satisfaction, and we didn't understand why. But after asking, getting feedback, we realized that the issue was with our consumables and the amount of events regarding the amount of orders we had. And even though after that we knew what was the issue, we still stayed in the negatives, but the gap between the negatives were less huge, I'd say. Um, and The fact that we didn't have enough consumables affected our staff satisfaction into going into negative because on their work shifts they didn't have enough food and beverages to give out to customers. So that's why we got there. And as for our consumables, as you can see on the graph, we had a big gap in between the amount we've ordered and the amount of people that came to our events. For the first quarter, we had planned many events but did not get a lot. We did not order enough consumables, which we realized after quarter two. And after quarter two, you can see that the gap closes directly into in quarter three, and in quarter four, it's even more close. Um, and Which, even though it led us to have a negative side of the staff satisfaction and us having not enough consumables for our events. On the good side, we didn't have any waste, which led us to be one of the leads of the sustainability chart on the management game, and it's fitted with what we were what one of our goals for our music venue, which was to be sustainable. So for now, I will give the voice to Amelia, our CFO.
Hello. So as CFO, my part was taking care of our cash flow and also forecast our financial operations and results. And our biggest outcome of this forecasting was that we were too optimistic. We forecasted that we're going to get too much revenue, especially in quarter one. Um, but after quarter one, where we got to know our competition and our market, we adjusted our strategy. We've put less events in our calendar, and that kind of closed the gap between the actual revenue and profit and what we forecasted. We also, on any of our quarters, we didn't find the right balance to break even. So you can see on the left graph that our cash declined after every quarter. However, we did balance it enough that after that we can afford staff training, reusable cups, and also salary increase for our staff. So we balanced it enough that we had all those extra things, but we still didn't go into depth. We didn't have to take any loans. So at the end, our final cash after the whole year was still positive. It was around 10,000 euro. So we count it as a big success that we still managed to balance our cash enough. Then going to the visitors and ticket revenue, the same. We had the same problem of being too optimistic when forecasting the visitors and revenue. We did, however, adjust our strategy after quarter one, and we introduced a rule where we forecast that we're going to have the 55% of our whole capacity of each of our events, which was still a bit too much, as you can see in quarter two. Um, because the genres, the market we were in is very competitive, and a lot of people were in those genres we've picked, as Alexia already mentioned. So going forward, we would have to adjust to go for more like 50% of our whole capacity to balance it out completely. But our forecasting had also its strong suits. Uh, so because we underestimated the amount of consumables we ordered, as Ganya already stated, um, that resulted in almost perfect forecasting, as we forecasted the amount that we would get, the amount of revenue that we would get from food and beverage sales, and the cost of sales for the whole thing we ordered. and we sold all of it. So our forecasting was exactly the same as you can see in the graphs on the presentation now. So now our CEO will conclude this our presentation.
So, as a conclusion and the learning outcomes, we learned that we have to be prepared for the worst case scenario, which can be less than 50% of capacity of our venue. Also, taking in advance the demand and supply chain. It's better sometimes to order a bit more and save it for the next quarters, but at least you're not getting into minuses. As well as that, it's very essential to research on your target audience to understand how to attract it and how to build up the settings, advertisement, marketing, and everything. So the target group is the essential for that matter. And the last but not the least, sustainability will attract customers and customers will be ready to pay more if you're transparent enough with your intentions and you truly care about the sustainable business. Yep, that will be it. Thank you very much for the attention. Big hugs and kisses from the team members. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to